everyone, Andrew here, bringing you another video. And today we're going to be doing my Andrew Cutter Pick of the Week. This is where I give you guys which comic I enjoyed the most this week as my Pick of the Week, and also give you an overall general opinion of this week in DC Comics, as well as any updates that may or may not come out for my channel. So with that said, let's take a look at what comics I got this week. This week we had Savage Hawkman. All these are #1, of course. So, anyway, Savage Hawkman, Batman the Dark Knight, Aquaman, Justice League Dark, Superman, Teen Titans, and The Flash. It wasn't that hard to pick which comic I enjoyed the most this week. So my Andrew Cutter Pick of the Week, without a shadow of a doubt, would have to be Aquaman issue #1. God, was this a great comic. It just hit all the right notes for Aquaman. Great action. It addressed the issues of how people think Aquaman is kind of a joke and makes him look like a badass. It also sets a new tone for the comic and puts Aquaman on land more than water, while still having the constant threat of evil sea-dwelling creatures around. This was a great issue, and if there's any issue that you're going to pick up this week, Aquaman issue #1's the place to go. As for the week on a whole, this week was for the most part good. With the exception of Aquaman, though, nothing really overly wowed me. Last week was kind of a mixed bag because we had 3 really fantastic titles in Nightwing, Batman, and Wonder Woman. But we also had Catwoman and Red Hood and the Outlaws, which weren't that good. Well, this week we had, again, a solid week, but only one comic that really wowed me. Savage Hawkman was good, but it was too status quo, too safe. Batman the Dark Knight just didn't impress me, and I was actually kind of bored reading it. Justice League Dark did impress me, and it was a good book. It wasn't the best book, but it was a good book. Superman was fun and interesting. Teen Titans was good but cut short. Flash was a good book too, but just didn't wow me enough. And then we had Aquaman, which was the best book of the week. So, this also marks the 4th and final week for the new #1s. Everything from this point on is going to be #2s, #3s, #4s, so on and so forth. So all the issue #1s that I've got are done. I was considering on picking up maybe more issue #1s just to at least give them a shot, see what they would be like. But again, I have to constantly be worried about money. You never know. In the future, I might drop some comics. I may pick up some comics. But I tend not to drop things. I tend to stick to things to the very end. So as bad as, say, Batman the Dark Knight may be, or Demon Knights, or Superman, or anything else, I'll stick with it till the end. Kind of went on a side note there. But I will be doing a video sometimes this week, maybe at the weekend, maybe on Friday, where I will give you an overall run-through of the #1s that I bought and exactly how I feel about the issue #1s. And was, in my mind, the DC relaunch overall successful? No updates this week at all that I can think of because I've been busy with school. I am going to try, actually, there's a lot. I am going to try to do more segments that are going to be comic book related, but are going to be more discussions. I'm thinking about naming it something like Out of My Head or something like that. I don't know. Or Off the Topic or something like that, where I talk about random things. Like I was thinking about doing a video where I would talk about what would happen if Marvel did a relaunch like DC. Would I buy Marvel if that happened? Something along that lines, or, you know, what could we do with Wally West if I had control over the character? You know, just random discussion pieces. I probably will do something like that, but I'm not 100% sure. What do you guys think? Would you guys like me just to talk about random things off on the side, outside of the comic book reviews? Put your input. So I guess it was a random update. But for the most part, this week was okay. Aquaman, though, stood out the most. Flash and Justice League Dark would probably come into 2nd place, with the 3rd being a strong, solid Superman. But if there's one comic to get, it would have to be Aquaman. So with that said, this is Andrew saying peace out for now.